Finally, Roman numeral 11, Bonapartism in the Second French Empire, 1852 to 1870. Political institutions of the Second Empire, modern progress. Napoleon III comes to power due to the fear of radicalism. He cares more for the average person than his original Napoleon did, so that's something at least. He worked to make the people happy by embracing new ideas and progress. He tries to combine realism with his monarchy to create a brand new political system. Under authoritarian political institutions, he created an elected assembly that has no power. Instead, he also creates an advisory council which he appointed. So there's the illusion of public power because the public votes for the elected assembly even though they don't actually do anything. He also recreates a sumptuous palace. He hires Baron Haussmann to recreate Paris and redraw it so that you can no longer have these revolutions, among other things. The new Paris has wide boulevards, beautiful public parks, which stimulate the economy but also help him to avoid riots and so forth, because these new wide boulevards cannot be easily barricaded, which remember was the first step in practically every single French Revolution. Economic developments under the Empire. France engages in its own industrial revolution. They create the Credit Mobilier, which is the idea where the public buys stock in the company uses the money to pay for new industry. This will eventually collapse, but this was the idea at the time. Under expansion, this is good timing, because the world is expanding and getting richer. So Credit Mobilier builds railroads and canals. The stock market grows and expands under new laws that limit personal loss, so people don't mind investing in the stock market. More people are rich during Napoleon III than at any other point in French history. Under Napoleon's socialistic initiatives, big ideas are planned, but mostly unaccomplished. Instead, smaller progress is made. Hospitals and asylums give away free medicine. Humanitarian relief is given to the poor. There's the beginnings of a social network with things like unemployment insurance and wealth, Medicare, Medicaid, that sort of thing all come here. Also, unions earn a comeback here by earning the right to strike. There's also a free trade treaty with Britain, because Napoleon believes in international trade. He tried to join with Belgium, but they don't allow it. Instead, he pushes for working with England, which does work out. And finally, under internal difficulties in war, the empire means peace. Napoleon tries to avoid conflict, but his enemies were mounting from other countries. He ends up starting or being involved in wars in Russia, Italy, Mexico, and even France itself, which ends up being his downfall. Most of these wars are small to begin with, but basically they're quagmires. He gets stuck. And because he gets stuck, he puts more and more pressure on the financial system and the economy, and he himself will be out of the country by 1870. There. I realize that I went very quickly in all of this, but hopefully you've been able to rewind and so forth. Again, use your textbook and so forth to fill in gaps where things might have been lost, because I know we're all doing the reading because we have quizzes and so forth. But otherwise, that's the big stuff, and I will see you for the next unit.